such an awesome day again. Here we are. Good morning, guys. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing all right. At least all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing great. I'm giving thanks. Gratitude certainly is a word that comes to mind every morning when I wake up and I realize here I'm amongst the living. So certainly I am grateful to be here. Let's see what's in the news headlines and then we'll be back.
Good morning. A leader of the opposition, Alan Shastney, is calling on the Philip Pierre administration to be transparent about the true reasons for the implementation of the Citizen Health and Security Levy. Shastney claims he was denied the opportunity to debate a motion for the $40 million policy-based loan from the World Bank at Tuesday's House sitting because he would have exposed the real reason for the introduction of that levy.
We were not around to see the draft. And this government wants us to believe that they allowed the draft bill to be circulated and that his cabinet nor the Minister of Finance ever saw the bill. And we're all now supposed to believe that. It wasn't him. It was me. I wasn't even in government. But again now we understand and the truth is revealed. In that the Tax Administration Act had to be approved and put in place as one of the conditions to this loan.
The leader of the opposition has repeatedly accused the Labour administration of undermining the principles of democracy. Residents and businesses operating in Gros Islet appear split on the establishment of a heliport in that community. The St. Lucia Civil Aviation Authority met with the residents and business owners to discuss the proposed heliport development on Tuesday evening.
Because, I mean, a heliport would be good. It would be an advance in cultural and, you know, we could tap into the tourism industry with that, but not right here. That's not really a convenient place for a helipad.
While the proposed helipad has met with support from some, others have concerns, including noise pollution. Rodney Bay residents are already unhappy with the noise levels from neighboring entertainment businesses. A call has gone out for Christians to allow Lent to be transformative and not just a routine. The challenge is coming from members of the local Christian council who want the sacramental actions of prayer and fasting that characterize Lent to be more than external practices.
Is a time of spiritual preparation, alluded to the biblical tradition of 40 days in which Moses would have prepared his life, Elijah, and of course the very life of Jesus in the wilderness. It's a time of almsgiving and a time of fasting. But as we continue to celebrate, in recent times there have been this understanding of Lent to be a time of our renewal of relationship with God and the deepening of our relationship with God.
The group is challenging Christians to have these sacramental actions reflected internally by leading to true regeneration and closer relationship with God. And many Christians have found themselves in an uncomfortable situation this year with Valentine's Day falling on Ash Wednesday. It is a very rare occurrence, but it has many Christians torn because while one observance called for indulgence, the other demanded sacrifice. But for the head of the Christian Council, the solution was easy.
It has never been an issue for me. It has to be about priority. What takes priority? And the celebration of Valentine's Day, the recognition of Ash Wednesday, they can both coexist.
Christian Glasgow says the confluence of the holiday and the holy day ought not to be a source of contention or confusion moving forward. Christians desirous of celebrating both can do so with a little creativity, he says. It may be as simple as celebrating Valentine's Day on the eve of the actual day in those years where the dates clash, or deviating from the typical Valentine's Day plans to give prominence, of course, to the religious holy day. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching.
Right, wonderful, Kendall. Thank you so much. We now take a break. We'll be back. All right, Business Expo is around the corner. It's St. Lucia's Independence. The second year for the Business Expo is on. And after speaking with Karim from the Communications Department at Export St. Lucia, well, it seems like we're in for an awesome and exciting Business Expo 2024. We're here with Karim. Karim Nelson is from the Communications Department from Export St. Lucia. And certainly, it's that time of year again. We're heading into the 45th Independence of Celebration of Independence for St. Lucia. And Expo St. Lucia, the Business Expo, is definitely a hit part of this. I had the privilege and the honor of, spending some time with you guys there last year. And I was very impressed, the what you got out of this. There was so many industries that I discovered that I didn't know St. Lucia was producing and all of that. So that platform is very vital, for the nation. Not just the proprietors, but also for us, the consumers as well, bringing that one little space. So Karim, we are here again because Business Expo is back.
Right.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here with you, Maureen. I'm happy to be speaking about the Business Expo. As you said, it was a hit last year. And you said last year you were overcome by the number of businesses you saw. Well, I have to say, this year we're going to have a lot more businesses on display. In fact, we're almost about doubling from what we had last year. So last year we had about 75 businesses, but this year we're going for about 140.
Look at you.
Businesses.
I
yes.
love it. I absolutely love it. That is what we need.
Yeah, the engagement from the public, also from the business sector, was a lot this year. You would imagine even about less than 24 hours away from putting out the expression of interest form, we had received about 45 applicants already.
Say it in so.
Yes,
Wow.
and then in less than a week, we had over about 165.
Wow.
So for us, the focus was just to include as many businesses as possible, try to accommodate for as many businesses as possible. And that's happening on this Friday,
Yes.
the 16th, and Saturday, the 17th, at the William Peter Boulevard and Constitution Park.
Right, certainly. Let's go into time now because we already know what we're working with. You see the specs. Specs don't lie. So you already know this is definitely the place you want to come and you want to be a part of this. Let's talk about time. What time are we looking to hit?
It's going to start off at 9 a.m. on both days, and hopefully we're looking to wrap up by 5:30 on both days as well. For us, it's just necessary to get an early start, get the vibes running early so that people can come and see, spend some time at the expo, sample, listen to the music. There will be live entertainment. We have bands, we have artists who are going to be there. So we just want people to, have an enjoyable day, get some hours, get to see what St. Lucia has to offer.
Right. Now, let's talk in terms of what this means, in terms of, like you said, look at what happened in terms of numbers this year. Is there well, not fair. Fair is not the word.
Yeah.
But is there a concern that maybe you might have to extend this a little bit further, maybe a whole week of this, because you might have so many people you can't be able to display just under 2 days?
Well, we're working with some talented people at events company St. Lucia, and they made it possible with the infrastructure for us to host these 140 businesses. So thanks to them for coming on board and helping us out with that aspect. But looking towards the future, I mean, if we're getting so many applicants now and it's only in its second year, you could imagine the interest that will build. So I mean, we may have to in the future have to look at venue and these sort of things. But also when we think about the venue, it's important to note that we want the traffic. We want people to drive to the Business Expo, and Constitution Park, is almost an ideal place, for persons to come and see. It's not too out of the reach of anybody. So we want people to come. We want a place that is accessible for persons, because you don't want to run into an issue where you get a big enough space to
Right.
accommodate more businesses, but there's not a lot of people who will come to that spot.
Right.
So for us, it was just trying to strike that
The balance,
that perfect
oh
balance.
God.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, so how can we follow? We only have 5 minutes, Karim, and we're gonna be there for Friday and Saturday for sure. But how can we stay abreast with what's happening as far as the Business Expo and everything else, Expo St. Lucia?
Well, you can stay tuned to our social media pages at Export St. Lucia. That's EXPORT St. Lucia, SAINT LUCIA, for all updates. On social media, we've been generating a lot of engagement there for the Business Expo. I can say it's something that people are looking forward to. They are excited about. So I'm just inviting everyone to come down, be a part of it, come to see what St. Lucia has to offer. I will say, out of 140 businesses, you get to see the authenticity of our people and what we make here, and that you may not be aware of. So just come down, make it a day of fun, and come join us.
And on the countdown, from Export St. Lucia, on the countdown to our 45th anniversary of independence, what would you like St. Lucia to walk away with from the Export St. Lucia team?
Well, I want the people to walk away with a deeper appreciation for what is made locally, and not only appreciate it, but cherish it. Patronize, because a thriving business sector helps out all of us. And if we have a thriving domestic sector, that means we can export more. That means we can have more exporters, and that's what we want. We want more revenue for the country. Everyone wants more revenue. Certainly. So I would say just being authentically St. Lucian and supporting St. Lucian.
I like you, I like Karim, Karim, you're Karim for PM in the future, Karim, pick up yourself. Yeah. Certainly. Yes. We look forward to the weekend.
We will.
Certainly. Thank you, guys. By now you realize I have a love for nature, don't I? Absolutely love nature. Nature is amazing. So you'll always find me here waking up with you in the mornings. Our next feature, what do we have on the cards? Well, we spoke recently about alternative sports and what they are going to be doing for independence. But Craig needed to flourish us a little bit more as to, the whole conceptualization of getting serious and more in depth about alternative sports on a whole, and why it is that the ministry decided to go that route. Well, during the independence celebration, we heard a lot about alternative sports, but I think we need to wire back down a little bit and get the grounding from Craig as to when this started, why it started, and since the starting or the erection of this, what are some of the sporting inclusion that you've been able to add on under that banner?
Okay. Well, it started, this is the second year. So obviously started last year. With last year, the intention was to give the clubs economic boost. Right. So what we did was to aid most of the clubs, most of the active clubs, aid them financially in terms of putting on an event and also trying to get them to come to a proper structure, club structure. And then now aiding them to get their particular sporting discipline into the public, get the public to know that this can happen, this is happening. Mm-hmm. With this year, we've branched out a little bit more, explored a little bit more in terms of sporting disciplines. So we've added paintballing, we've added sport shooting, and sport shooting has actually been a down low sport, right, because of the nature of the sport. Mm-hmm. But it isn't a sport. I mean, we have Olympics, in sport shooting. We've also looked at the options of archery, right? We're looking at even going into the sea, a little bit of surfing, a little bit of skateboarding, a little bit of, but these things are sports that need to be developed. So we need to create a development plan for these sports. And you need to do it carefully because kids can get hurt. It's high risk sports. So we need to be careful how we implement it. We've added darts. So we're pushing darts a little bit more. We're pushing chess a little bit more. Chess now has its own growth development officer, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Is that the gentleman from Jamaica?
Correct. So he's doing a fantastic job.
He's good.
So we all need to come together and really make it work. It's all new to the public. Some people will pull back on it. Some people will take it on. But it's all how we come together and make it work.
Right. Craig, from your standpoint, obviously, you are now interacting with persons who will show interest, or you are out there trying to, sell these alternative options available to persons. What has been the response? Do you think that was a really good move?
It's been a good move. What it's done is it's given the young guys who are interested in these alternative sports like esports, BMX biking. Now I don't know if you've seen them doing stunts. There's a group that rides 4,100 bikers.
Yes.
These guys do things I only see on ESPN, to be honest. So what it's done for me, it's given me some sort of enjoyment in terms of being able to reach out to that group of young individuals. We do have our challenges. I mean, some of the clubs, because now the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports is more involved, we now crave a little bit more structure. So there's sometimes the structure tends to pull and tug at clubs who've been, pretty much riding on their personal lives and so on. So, I mean, that change is good, but, we will work through it. We are committed to it, and we'll stick with it as long as we can.
Absolutely. What's your plan and the hope for the future for this new venture?
Well, I mean, alternative sports keeps growing. There are sports that they just pop up.
Right.
I mean, there needs to be a filter at least, but we more look at the development of what the sport can be. So, I mean, I would like to say that the sky's the limit. We don't limit any of the sports. It's all about management and how we develop it.
Wonderful. Craig, thank you. You
Thank
have
you.
got your hands full, but it seems like you love it. Your passion
is.
seems to be right up there with this. So
It
the
is.
best of luck. And we are here.
Thank you.
Let's, like you said, everybody's hands got to
Yes,
put their shoulders
yes,
to the wheel.
yes.
So we are here when you need us to play our part.
Definitely.
There was a ladybird. I don't know the last day I saw a ladybird. This is such a beautiful thing. Let me tell you something. Oh, God, this is a privilege. Anyways, let us get into our final feature, our Thursday feature, final Thursday feature. A young lady, a very, very brilliant young lady. We know her mom a lot. Her mom is no stranger to us, Suzanne. But certainly her daughter seems to be, having a life of her own. And, she's onto something big and exciting. She's putting on her very own concert. Here is Tatiana. We popped in on one little creative St. Lucian, absolutely gorgeous young lady. You may know her mom. Her mom is no stranger to us. That's Suzanne's daughter. She can't run from it. That's just what it is. And it will seem that, she would have picking up some of her mom, because here she is getting ready for a full-blown concert. At age what?
18.
At 18. This is Tatiana, guys. Hi, Tati. How are you?
I'm okay.
Well, we're excited to be here with you to talk about your first ever concert. Full blown. Yeah, full cast and everything.
Yeah.
I like that. Tell me about you. How long you've been in the arts?
Well, I have been in the arts since I was very small. I've always been a dancer. As I got a little bit older, my mom being a singer, it was just always in the household. So I got into acting as well, singing, dancing, just the full-blown performing. Yeah.
Certainly, and with a mom like that, yeah, you'll perfect that craft in no time. All right, so you've been doing that, and you decided you like it.
Yeah.
You're good at it. Right, so here we are. How many years later? What are some of the things that you would have accomplished in the musical world before we got to here?
Before I got to here, well, I write music. I used to post them, my songs. I won a lot of talent shows as a kid.
Great,
I don't really
great.
hold much titles, but I did somewhat participate in secondary school. I went to SJC. I sang for the Form 5 show. I sang for Salsisi as well. I'm currently
Lovely.
enrolled in Salsisi.
That is great.
Yeah.
Now, have you done any recording of music before?
I have not, no.
So wow,
Yeah.
so you are doing things a little different, and that is amazing, and it's quite refreshing. Talk to us about you being most persons like yourself or persons in general in the music field. The first thing they look to do is to put down a track, lay down a track. You decided that you wanted your first major thing that you wanted to do for yourself is do a concert.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, I came up with the idea with my mother. I initially wanted to start a band, so I wanted
Right.
to go and have a band and play some gigs and get some exposure with the band. But at the
Right.
same time, my mother was like, "Why don't you do your own concert?" And I thought it was a good idea because I don't necessarily have my own songs out, but in terms of my talent, to get
Yes.
out there and have people see that I have the potential, I think it was.
Sweet, isn't it? Oh gosh, wonderful. Now let's go. Let's roll into the concert because the concert is on Sunday. This coming
the
Sunday.
18th of February.
Right, and where is it going to be? What can we expect?
Bella Rosa Grosile. I will be playing with a live band. So I have a guitarist, I have a drummer, I have a sax player who are good friends of mine.
Okay.
Who helped me.
No,
Just
you are
consistently.
helping each other
Yeah.
because you are now creating that platform where your young players can get to showcase their talent as well.
Yes.
So you realize how important this is about to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can we support the concert? Is it a paid concert? Can we
Yes.
get tickets? Where can we get them? And what time?
Okay. So tickets are being sold at Studio Fit and Healthy 911. You can contact me or my mother at 460-8979 and 486-8979. Concert tickets are also being sold at the door. 20 for adults and 10 for children.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds, how excited are you?
I'm excited, but I'm also nervous.
You're nervous
Yeah.
a little bit? Well,
Yeah.
expected, but we hope that, and what time? What time is the concert from?
It's starting at 5. Complimentary drinks, cocktails and mocktails will be free from 4 to 5.
Right,
Yeah.
and then after that we get
Yeah.
down to some business.
Yes.
Sounds like it's going to be a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
If you have the time, get some tickets or come. You could pay at the door and join this awesome young lady. Tati, how can we stay connected with what is going on? You're on social media, of course.
Yes, I
Of
am.
course, TikTok and the things. All right, for the handles for us.
Well, I'm my Instagram handle. You can search me. You can just search up my name, Tatiana. But my handle is Forsythia Faye.
Oh God!
But,
you know it was coming
the
down.
concert page has a handle as well, a page. Harmonies on Venus is the name of the concert. So
Nice.
you can search up Harmonies on Venus and you can get more information about the concert, some clips
Yeah.
of us.
Practicing and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you with your rehearsals now, and
Yeah.
good luck with the concert on Sunday.
thank you.
I hope I'll be able to make it, but certainly you can. You definitely need to come out and support this little angel right here. Thank you, Tati.
No
All the
problem.
best. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And there you have it. That's our show for this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. And we look forward to you being back here again with us for another DBS This Morning tomorrow, Friday.